In this week's races, we have the Ferrari Challenge with this very challenging hairpin race species. TCR go at it with a reverse Moses maneuver, and in race C, I get sent to Narnia to get punted wide. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Gran Turismo weekly race guide here in 2023. Week 15 is a bit of a cracker in my opinion. I like this week. First up in the background, you have the Ferrari Challenge. We are in the Ferrari F430 and we're at Lago Maggiore, West End. Now this car, very oversteery, very understeery, and it does present a bit of a challenge. What exactly are we doing? Well, we're doing 5 laps here at West End. It's a grid start, just put your foot down and off you go. 4 hard tyres, tyres 1 fuel and tyre wear, and BOP is on. It does mean though you can still put some aero stuff on and have it look a little bit better. Some timestamps in the background if you want to skip this race, which I think a few of you will do. However, this race that I'm about to show you is a bit of a banger, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this one in all its glory. Here we are then at the start of the race, and some good-looking cars. Inferno Fox in the best-looking car, of course. Now, traction control on 1. You will need traction control for this start as we get ready. Foot to the floor, no penalty here, and off you go. Make sure you change gear quite quickly. It will rev up very quickly, this Ferrari, as we head towards turn 1. And as I said in the intro, there's a bit of oversteer and a bit of understeer, so you really have to control this one. And I actually really like this. Through turn 1 we go, and to be fair, all clean. All nice, all fine and dandy as we go through here. Then VTEC Yoda gets a little bit sideways. We have to take avoiding action then. A little bit of drifting from myself as we head down towards the hairpin for the first time of 5. And in we go. We send it down the inside and we get the job done. Now I head towards that inside straight away. I did not want to beat on the outside there. Good job I wasn't, because somebody just went straight on there. Through we go. Going to beat it out of here as quick as possible. Bit of oversteer there for the alt car guy, and once again we're overtaking another car up into P9 then as we head to the right hander. In we go to Banky Boy, staying for gear. This car, by the way, you can't upshift if you're not accelerating. Bit of an unusual thing I noticed with it. Even so, it's there. Something for you to know as you go into this race. So a little bit of oversteer there. It understeers like crazy here. So you want to get it turned in and plant your foot. Wheelman unfortunately suffers from that understeer, into barrier. Up into P8 we go. Inferno Fox, Paul, Shelty. I'm coming for you as we advance towards the hairpin then on this same lap. In we go. Oh, somebody off there. Not sure who that was. Did he? In PSVR. There we go. We'll get our words out eventually. Must be in VR. So we go down the inside of Inferno Fox as well. In the best looking Ferrari on... Oh, hello. Somebody... Oh, Hudson meeting barrier there. That was a big old hit there as we go through the right hander of Banky Boy. Up the hill we go. Now, I noticed we're side by side here. Because of the understeer, I decided I wanted to back out of this completely. I did not want to get involved in side by side action because there is only one result from being side by side on that corner, and there you see it there. Paul did try and avoid it, but unfortunately Inferno Fox did end up in barrier, and we take our favorite position, P6, as we go into the right hander then, and the second one we go, and we can see P2 in the distance. That's what we're aiming for. Hodgson with that 1.5 second penalty for the barrier hit there, looking down the inside of Paul, and we're trying our hardest to do that then as we head towards this left hander. We're slowing it down. We get it stopped there. Paul keeping that position. Going to go into the braking zone. Paul gets a bit of oversteer in the braking zone. We'll take that one. Cheers, Paul. Up into P5, effectively P4, because Hodgson has a penalty. Let's see if we can actually overtake them. 1 second is the gap here. Let's see how good that penalty is at 1.5 seconds. Ooh, okay. They don't lose 1.5 seconds there. I reckon it's losing a second for a second and a half. Good to know for you if you get a penalty. That's lap 5 then, because we broke away from the cars behind. We have Shelty and we have Steckox in the distance. Now Steckox going to understeer off there, comes back on, drifting, trying to come on safely, struggling to hold the car. We got the inside of Shelty then, going to steal that position from Shelty as we head down in towards the left-hander, slowing it down. Unfortunately, the dirty tyres costing Steckox there. I'm not sure where to go here, so I slow it down. Shelty looking around the outside. I'm on the inside here. We continue on out of there. Steckox is looking all over the place. Not sure where everybody is. Me and Shelty do a reverse Moses maneuver. I go up into P2. Shelty into P3. Shelty going to launch it then as we head towards Banky Boy. And no, he's not. In we go. Staying for gear. Through we go. Going to beat it up the hill there. Going to fast forward then all the way to the line, because we do make it to the line. Finishing at P2 in the end. I love that race. I think this race is very good for car control. If you want to learn car control, try this race out. It's all about controlling that understeer with a bit of that oversteer, throttle control, the braking, early braking, slowing the car down nicely, allowing the car to do what it needs to do. And it's just awesome. So track guide wise, turn 1, you're using the Marshall box on the left hand side. Normally I use the gap in the trees. This car obviously understeers so much, we have to brake a bit earlier there. So we're using the Marshall box on the left. Slow it down here, let the car roll for a bit if you need to, accelerate out, and then we're going to brake just before the second curb, the first curb on the outside there, and we have to be turning in before that as well. I'm going to try and get the car turned in then to try and get on the inside of the curb for this right-hander. Do we do it? Yes, we do. It gets us around nicely. I short shift to 4th gear. Try and get over the sausage if you can. Don't hit it like that. That's a bit of a bad way to do it as we head down towards the left-hander. Now, what we've got on the left-hand side is that bullet billboard, okay? The bullet billboard, as it hits the edge of your screen, you're going to brake. And you sort of want to brake, but trail brake into the corner a little bit. Notice I'm trail braking into the corner, lifting off the brakes then, trying to get over to the left-hand side. And the most outside curb there comes into the inner curb. That is your brake marker as that hits the edge of your screen, okay? You want to slam on it at this point. And it's going to be second gear. Don't go to first. Second gear is what you want. Really got to let the car get round and then boot it as quick as you can. There will be oversteer there. Catch the oversteer. Just allow the car to be at the peak power there, peak RPM, because that's where all the power actually is anyway, and boot it out. As you head to Bikey Boy, a very easy one here. The 50 board or the end of the wall, whichever one you want to choose for your brake marker. Third gear, I said in the race, third gear is what I use. I did try second to third, but I found it a bit weird. And then a third gear just allows the car to stay balanced, so you can boot it out of here. Look at that, nice and stable. Now we have a marker coming up here unusually. So on the right hand side, we've got this curb. I like to lift a little bit. Now I want to get as far left as possible for the right before the start finish line. Okay, that's the best way to do this corner. So you lift a little bit here as you turn in. Notice there, lift in, looking to clip the curb there. Keep it over to the left. I can then boot it towards the right. I do a slight lift to get a bit of oversteer and then boot it out. There's a lap guide for race A. Let's head to race B. We're at Laguna Seca, and look at this racing action in the background for you. You can see we're in Group 3. I'm in a Porsche. We're racing a McLaren there as well. The Porsche always strong here. I expected the Renault to be up there on the leaderboards, but it wasn't quite there when I started this race. What are we doing? Well, we're doing 5 laps here at Laguna Seca. It's a rolling start, and we're on the medium tyres with, of course, Bop on. Right, what we're going to do then, we're going to jump straight to this race, and I'm going to show you once again some absolutely glorious racing action featuring a lot of TCR. Here we are then at the start. As you can see, lots of Porsches there. We do have Chelsea in a Renault. I expected the Renault to be up there. The Renault is a very strong car here as we go into the left-hander with a very poor rolling start there, Gran Turismo. Absolutely shocking. That definitely wasn't tested. Please test it in the future. Now we get up to the thick of the action then as we head towards this kink here. Very dangerous kink. Nobody... Oh, I think somebody's dead in the distance there. I can't quite see who that is. Looks like a Beetle to me, but Shelty's in a Renault this time as we head in towards the braking zone. We look to that rear view mirrors. That McLaren comes in quite quick. They take avoiding action though. Fair play to the Alt car guy there. Real good evasive action as the boot there goes a bit off at the corkscrew and we take that position. Shelty with a 2-second penalty. I believe that was at the start. We'll try and get that on the bloopers for you and see exactly what happened there as we could look to head towards the last corner then. TCR absolutely everywhere here. Bembo, Hodgson, Shelty. Oh, a bit of oversteer there. Left at room. Now we've got TCR Player. TCR Player was the one that was off at the King. We go past Shelty there, taking that penalty. I was like, it's TCR. Let's try and make it 3 wide. Let's be a little bit sketchy here. Not sure. Bembo saw us there, but it was all good. We all survived. It was brilliant racing as we go for the reverse Moser maneuver. Round the outside. Oh, what a move. What an actual move. That I enjoyed that one. Brilliant racing of all of TCR here as we go into the right-hander. This is the goal of TCR. You see TCR, you know you can have a clean race with a TCR driver. That's the goal here. If you do see anything bad, do let me know in a Discord DM or the new reporting system that will come out. Player just went a bit wide then there, looking to make it down the middle. Doesn't quite work. Hodgson keeping that position then as we advance to P9. But as I say, if you see anything bad, do try and let us know, or you can report it with the new reporting system, which will be told in a future video. As we continue on out of there then, Hodgson in P8. We're looking to get the run on Hodgson in that McLaren as we head towards turn 1. Say deja vu from the previous lap. Here we go then in towards the braking zone, looking around the outside. Very, very, very hard to do here around the outside. It's a double apex corner. You see Hodgson nails it beautifully. Oh, somebody off there. Mujahideen off. But we get a good run out the corner then. Looking around the outside of Hodgson. And I know I can trust Hodgson here. So I keep it around the outside and we get the job done up into P7. Beautiful racing there. Absolutely fantastic there with the McLaren driver. As we continue on through there, do YouTube as well if you want to check them out. As we head towards the kink then on lap number 4. A Renault in the distance. A Renault is what we're going to have as we look to try and overtake CPB then. Heading towards the corkscrew, and they go a little bit deep here. I saw that. I like to brake earlier now for the corkscrew. Really get a nice slide through we go. They did a brilliant return to track there as well. Good sportsman-like stuff. We take our favourite position then as we head towards the final lap. Sonic in the distance then. Also in a McLaren. The McLaren wasn't in the top of the boards, to be fair, but I think the Porsche is better here as Sonic gets a good run out that corner after going a bit deep then. So goes deep again into that right-hander. Now, are we going to go for it here? Very hard to get the move done there. It's not a hard braking zone. I'll back out of it for now. Looking for the run through the corner. Do we get the run? This Porsche is so strong in accelerating. We do indeed. Look at this. Look at the run. Looking down the inside then as Sonic in towards the braking zone we go. We get it stopped beautifully. Sonic going for the cutback. Oh, we stop it a little bit on the apex. Sonic looking to get the move done. Not quite. Does the smart thing there. If you are not the lead car, I would always back out of that because there's always going to be carnage. Beautiful racing now with Sonic as we head towards the line then. That's going to be P5. And once again, another fantastic race. I love these races so far today. Brilliant clean racing throughout the field. Ah, superb. Absolutely superb. Right, you need a lap guide. So let's go to the lap guide then for Laguna Seca. You've seen this one before. We're going to head down towards turn 1 then. And what we're looking for on the right-hand side is the 3 board there, okay? Nice 3 board. Oh, the line. It just breaks just before that as you come into this corner. It's a double apex corner, okay? So usually you like to clip the first curb, go out a little bit, and then clip the second curb, and then boot it out here, okay? Now you're going to head towards that left-hand side. And what you're looking for here is either the 2 board or the start of the darker gravel on the left-hand side. Either of those are your brake marker here. You're looking to slow the car down and get it turned in. It's sort of like a point and squirt motion here. Get near the sausage curb and boot it and avoid going too wide on the exit. Right, we have a fast right-hander here. Very hard to get right. So you're braking and turning before the end of the red and white curb in there. That's your marker, okay? You definitely should be turning before the end of that. Otherwise, you're going to head off to Narnia. So literally turn in, avoid the sausage, and then try and boot it as fast as you can out this corner. Very easy to clip the gravel and spin out there. So do be careful. You're going to go in the gravel. Make sure you put all your tyre in the gravel rather than just a smidgen of it. This left-hander then on the right-hand side, you can either use the white mark there on the barrier, or you can head towards the 2 board. I use the white marker there, and I look to slow the car down and use the camber on the inside of the corner. The more inside you are, the faster you can take that corner. Going to head towards the kink then, and once again, we're going to be looking on the right-hand side for the 2 board. You're braking just before the 2 board, okay? And because you can't actually see the apex here, you do have to be a bit cautious here. You don't want to hit the sausage, so it's better to take it a bit wider and then come in a bit like that. Gonna head up the hill then towards the corkscrew. Bit of breathing room here, but as you head up here, you're looking for the 3 board there. The 3 board or the line, okay? You want to brake a bit earlier than you think here because the later you brake, you're going to hit the crest of the hill faster. You're going to get more airborne in the car. So slow it down early. Try and use a lot of the curb on the left, straighten the car on the right, and boot it out of there. This left-hander, it's a dab of the brakes or a lift. Try either of them. It does work with just the lifting, but a dab of the brakes is normally better for most people, especially in race conditions. For the right-hander then, the 2 board or the red and white curbing on the left-hand side. You're looking to brake just before that hits the edge of your screen. Again, use all the camber on the inside and boot it out. Head up towards the right-hand side then, your final marker is that white bit of barrier on the left-hand side there. That's what I use rather than the numbered board here. As that hits the edge of your screen, that's when you're going to brake. Now, you want to take a wide line in, really, rather than a tighter line to get it turned and just absolutely belt it out of the exit there. That's a lap guide of Laguna Seca. It's now time for race C, where we head to Spa-Francorchamps, and we're in Group 4. Now, this one is dynamic weather. So sometimes you'll get rain. Sometimes, as you see in the background, you get a bit of sunshine. It may transition to rain. During the race, the weather could change very quickly. What are we exactly doing then? We're doing 8 laps here at Spa, which is why it could change. It's a rolling start. We are on the racing car tyre and ×1 fuel and tyre wear. If you didn't guess already, we are in the Group 4. And as I say, the weather could change at a moment's notice. There was certainly a little bit of rain in my race, but you'll see a lot more rain in other races and a lot less rain in others, where it'll just be a completely dry race. Let's jump to this race and let's have a look at exactly what happened as I take on the race in the Nissan Silvia. Here we are then at the race start. I was not sure what's going here. The Tenza was obviously strong in the previous Group 4 race. And once again, we have a very poor start here in terms of the rolling start. P13 backwards. You have a horrible start, I'm afraid, as you saw there. Now, we're at the weather radar down at the bottom. We can see a glimpse of rain at the top of that radar, but not much is happening at the moment in terms of that rain. So it's looking like a dry race. so far as we head up Rouge and Radion then. And the Tenza up ahead, struggling a little bit. It actually struggles in a straight line a little bit here, more than I anticipated, as the Sylvia gets a good run here then on Ben 87. As Ben goes defensive, we're looking towards that outside then as we head towards Lake Home. Then in we go, looking to get it done. Oh, it's going to be tight here. Beautiful racing here between me and Ben. Oh, Ben's still there. Can't do anything so far. In towards the right-hander we go. And, oh, we get that done. Beautiful racing with you there, Ben. Absolutely superb. Really, really good stuff. It was really enjoyable, that. And we'll see Ben a little bit later on as well. So I'm not sure what's happening here. Lots of cars everywhere. Daily Bob decides to run a bit wide there. We'll take that position. Thank you, Bob. Up into P11. To the left we go. Orjan goes a bit off there, and that's going to be a penalty. Run wide, you get a penalty there. That'll be a 0.5 second penalty. And also dirty tyres as we go into here. So I was looking to slow it down, go for the cutback. Not going to quite work. And I tell you what, Ben, what a beautiful move this is. Took full advantage of that. Round the outside at Puon. Gets up into P11. We've got Orjan off there, struggling a little bit to come back on the circuit as they take the penalty. But what a move that was by Ben. Honestly, huge shout out for that move. You're awesome racing this. Awesome racing. Loved it. As we head towards Blanchimont then for the first time of 8. Through the left we go. Looks like the sun's coming out more here at Spa at the moment. As we head towards the bus stop chicane then. Ben goes defensive, looking down the outside. In we go. Ben goes a little bit deep here, but that's all good. That left me room there on the outside if I took it, and I didn't. So Ben's going to keep that one for now as we continue on. We've got Daily Bob behind us in that Tenza. The Tenza really strong in the early acceleration, it looks like, as you see Bob there getting the run on me as we head towards turn 1 as we hit the braking zone here. So give Bob a bit of room on that outside. Through we go, and Bob gets it done as well. Beautiful move there, Bob. Well played. Going to continue towards Rouge and Radion then for the second time. As you see, we are looking for a way past. Now, this is very hard to get right, especially on colder tyres. Remember, the start of the race, you do have colder tyres. So I had to lift a bit more than normal here. But you can see there, Bob ran a bit wide at Radion, which is going to mean, or it's going to mean, should I say, I can't even speak English anymore, a 0.5 second penalty. So Ben goes defensive here. I'm now on the left of Ben, looking for the run of Bob as well. So we get past Ben, looking towards that inside then, as we head towards Lake Home. In we go, and I thought Bob went a bit deep. He did indeed. Looking to get the job done as we go through there. 2 positions from the Camel Straights in the start of Lake Home. Happy days indeed. Now we have Shelty in the distance as we go through this right-hander and continue. Oh, hello, we're zooming in here. Oh, we've got a GTR off in the distance. Who is that? Oh, the spin off, and he managed to bring it. Oh, it's Benbow. Oh, Benbow. Oh, dear me. Benbow off to meet Barrier. All right, let's get in the thick of the action then. Lap 3 then. We have a GTR in distance. It's been a while since we've seen a GTR be competitive. Monkey looking down the inside of Shelty then. Not going to quite work here. Oh, they're so close together. Shelty does have the lead there. Through the right we go. Shelty slowed it down the apex. Beautiful stuff here so far. 6 seconds off the lead, so it's not off the table for us either here. As we head into the braking zone, and we are getting stuck in this battle at the moment. P6 there in the distance. We continue on through them. Advancing a bit later on in the lap. Through the right hand we go, about to head on the run towards Blanchard. Oh, Bob's gone there. Bob's gone. Left the racer. Not sure what happened there. Through the right hander we go. Oh, Shelty's got a penalty. Ran a bit wide out the first right hander there. Ran a bit too wide. Got a 0.5 second penalty. The GTR looking for the run on the Intensa. The Intensa's not good in a straight line, which is good to see, actually, to be fair. It's going to mean it's going to be very close with Group 4. Now, that's the right thing there from Chelsea. Let Monkey go there, because too wide through Blanchimont. Really hard to do in Group 4, especially on hard tyres. Give Shelty a bit of bump draft here. Go on, Shelty. Go for that move. Down the outside then of Monkey. Is he going to get it stopped? Oh, Monkey booted it there. Ooh, not sure about that one. Booted it to basically cut Shelty off. I don't know. I might have a look at that one in the bloopers. We'll see as we head towards the end of the Kemmel Straight. Then Shelty down the outside. Little tap there between the two once again. And this is slowing us up massively now as we go through left. Look, P6 is gone. We can't even see P6 anymore as we go through the right-hander then. Continue on out of there. Monkey leading the way here. Once again, that GTR. Leading this little battle that we've got. The three-way battle as we head into the right now. Monkey goes deep. Shelty goes a bit deep here. Can't really take opportunity. No, I can't really. Little tap between the two there as we head towards the left. Again, Monkey just running Shelty a little bit wide there, but Shelty comes back. Shelty knew it was coming as we continue on out of there then. Going to head down towards Puon. So Shelty was looking. Monkey defends that inside. Oh, little tap again. Got to be careful of this. Got to leave a bit of room there as we go through the left-hander. and continue on there. So Shelty obviously going to take that penalty at the end of this lap, essentially, or out the right-hander. Oh, double movement there from Monkey. Monkey, you can't keep moving like that. So Monkey went to the right, then went to the left, and Shelty went to the left. So I'm not sure now. It's turned into more blocking than defending, but even so, we'll continue on through here. That will advance a bit further on. Shelty's going to take that penalty now. And we're going to get involved here. Monkey goes way too deep there. Way too deep. So we're going to go through here. And then, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that one because I thought they accelerated into me there, personally. They really should have slowed up and let me go there, in my opinion. But again, we're going to have a look at that in the bloopers. But I wasn't happy with it, that is for sure. So I'm going to look down the inside here. So you turn into Angry Tidge when Tidge isn't happy. Down the inside we go. We get the job done. Happy days as the GTR is about to come back at me then. Good little cutback here from Monkey as we continue on out then side by side. Look at this. Here we go. Now you're going to see the power of this Silvia. I like this Silvia, actually. It's a really nice car to drive as we head up to Original Radion. That's a smart move there by Monkey there. Too wide, very hard to do Original Radion, and there was a lead car clearly there. So take advantage of that and try and get them back on the Kemmel straight. So here we go then. So I got defensive initially. I'm like, okay, they're not really catching me here. Silvia's got good top end. So I'm going to head towards that left-hand side, take that racing line. I can't defend again, so I'm going to head down in towards here. And Monkey absolutely sends this one. And gets it stopped, to be fair. Does get it stopped. So fair dues with that one as we go in to the right-hander then. And through we go. And this turned into a four-way fight. Ben's caught up to the rear of this now then. Get down the inside of Monkey here after really send it. Not going to quite work. Monkey goes a bit too deep again. Oh, look, Silvia started space. We'll take that. Oh, you've got at least a little bit of space there. Going to head towards the left then. In we go. And then Monkey's just going to run us clean off the track there. That was not good driving at all, Monkey. Terrible driving. I've seen some questionable stuff. So you need to calm down, personally. It just seems a bit, yeah, running people off. Unfortunately, I've got dirty tyres here. I can't do anything with Ben. Ben, full opportunistic driving there. Well played by Ben. Continues on through, but you can't just run people off like that. Sorry, you really can't. I was clean alongside there. It wasn't like I was just alongside. I was clean alongside. So I was very angry, Tidge, right now. Very angry. I need my face cam on here. So Ben goes defensive here, and Ben looking to defend. Then Ben goes a bit deep, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go for the run through here. Looking to go around the outside of Ben. Monkey slowed up here because Shelty's done the move. I was like, okay, I'm going to try and get down the inside here quite quickly. I do get it stopped there. I'm on the apex. Plenty of room on the outside. I get the job done. That was Angry Tidge, just making sure that move stuck and worked. And we're finally past the German driver then. We have Shelty up ahead. Can we get past Shelty? Now, look, we've lost 6 seconds from that battling. Look, Pete, look at lap 5. Look at lap 5. We lost 5 seconds in one lap. And then lap 4, we lost another second. Oh, Shelty out wide. Oh, bit of oversteer. Shelty catches the car, though. Well played, Shelty. As we... Oh, a penalty. Oh, Shelty. Oh, penalty. Right, so Shelty's going to have dirt on his tyres. It's just going to understeer off to the rounds there at P1. So we get alongside. Shelty's actually going to back out of this, which is smart driving again. There's no point fighting it when technically you've got dirt on your tyres and you've got a penalty as well. It's just going to slow you down even more. So Shelty lets me go. Also, maybe some teamwork there as well. So thank you, Shelty. Right, last lap. We're going to do a lap guide on the last lap then. 100-meter board for turn 1 here. That's the last source. As that hits the edge of your screen, you're going to hit the brake marker. Oh, hit the brake, should I say. That is your brake marker. And now it's staying second gear for the Silvia. Gears may vary for you. Now, I did say about weather. Look at that weather radar in this race. Oh, yes. Rain has appeared at the very end. So we're going to head to our Rouge and Radium. You can do this flat. I lift a little bit because I get a bit scared. You see a slight lift. You can do it flat. Obviously, it depends on the weather as well. If it's absolutely pouring down, you can't do it flat. You're going to have to make sure you judge that accordingly. Full lake home then at the end of the Kemmel straight. You're braking just before the start of the curb there. On the left-hand side, excuse me, that was a bit of a hiccup. I downed my cup of tea earlier on as we then stay in third gear. So you clip the curb there, clip the curb on the left. You want to keep it a bit more tighter on the left to get a good run for this right-hander. Slight lift usually, clip the curb and boot it out of there as you see. Perfect example there. As we head down towards this right-hander, you're braking just before the start of this curb. Now, I'm going to brake slightly late here, it looks like, because I should be braking about now. But yes, you brake just before the start of the curb as it hits the edge of your screen here. As here we go. And you see a tiny bit late there. I don't quite hit the apex, but through we go and accelerate out. Get over towards that right-hand side very quickly, where you're actually looking for the barrier split there. It's just before the flag indicator. It's the second one on the right. Brake and turn in. Like dab of the brakes, turn in at that point. Okay, you'll always nail this corner because you'll clip the curb and then you can boot it out of here. And you shouldn't understeer off. As you see, we're actually catching the leaders once again now. We're going to head down towards P1 then, and what you're going to look for now is on the left-hand side because the flag indicator isn't there in the race, in the qualifying, sorry, it is in the race. On the left-hand side, you've got the end of the barrier, or the change of colour in barrier, or the marshal. You got 3 markers all in one there. You're going to brake, turn in, and hope that it sticks. And then when you're happy, you've got enough grip there, continue on through. I haven't explained why I'm using a driving line, but remember, the driving line is there for when it's raining because it's the driest line on the circuit. That's why I'm using it. Head towards this right-hander, then you're braking before the start of the curb there, okay? Before the start of the curb. You can see that wet weather coming in as well. But braking just before the start of the curb here. Slow the car down. You want to take a later apex because you want to be as far right as possible for the left-hander. As we go into the left, you want to clip the curb if you can. Continue on through and head over towards that left-hand side. And once again, you're braking before the start of the curb here. There is a white thing you can use on the right-hand side potentially, but I was using the curb here in the race in this situation. So, look to slow it down here. Be careful about running too wide. We saw Shelty get a penalty here earlier on, and it's a bit slippy out there anyway. But it's right. You might want to lift a little bit here, and then clip the curb, and then boot it out. And then we're going to head towards Blanchimont. And you see it started raining here, but even so, it's dry at the moment. A slight lift at Blanchimont you will need. I'm trying to get 140 if I could. And as we head towards the chicane, it's getting a bit wet now. So, on the left-hand side, the 150-meter board. 150-meter board, just as that hits the edge of your screen is when you're going to hit the brakes here. It feels like you're not going to stop, but you're doing it, Sylvia. Other cars may vary, of course, as we slow it down there and get the job done. So we are going to be understeering a little bit at the end of it. It's like the tyre temperatures have come down, but the wet weather's not quite there. As we leave that corner then, be careful any oversteer. I'm going to head towards the line then, and that is a lap of Spa in the Group 4 in Racing Hard Tyres. A pretty good race, to be honest with you. I enjoyed that one. Now, it did split up after some of the big battles, but with the wet weather in there, I think this is going to be a banger of a week this week. I really, really, really do. I'd say use the driving line. There's no harm in using it. It'll tell you the driest line. So if it's dry race initially and it goes wet, you know what line to follow to get the best grip until you change to wet tyres or you risk it and stay out on the dries. It really is there for your help. So I would advise putting it on. Right, that's it in terms of the races. Let's have a look at some of those bloopers. Right, first up, what happened to Diddy then? Diddy comes through this left-hander for... Oh! Absolutely plants the foot and goes for a spin and meets Barry on. We guess 1.5 second penalty. It doesn't seem very fair, does it really? Right, Hodgson. Why was Hodgson... Oh, the yellow Ferrari absolutely pit maneuvered Hodgson there. Well recovered, to be fair. That yellow Ferrari should have waited up for sure there. That was a bit of bad driving on their part. Now we go to Shelty then. Oh, Shelty outbroke himself. Oh, Shelty outbroke himself. Bad driving there from Shelty. Outbroke himself. Going to get a 2-second penalty though, which is fair dues in the grand scheme of it. Shelty did try and go for the gap after realising, but it didn't quite work out there. 2-second penalty for Shelty. As we go into the left, got Naduk then. Oh, foot to the floor. Doesn't quite work out. And goes for a bit of a spin in Narnia with the sand. Right, we got Bembo Baggins then at race C. Gets out on the slippy stuff. It drags you in and spins you around, as you found out there. And you meet Barry. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting one. That's one when you're on that stuff, just get completely off it. Go far wide. Right, now we have this one. This is one I'm most interested in. Okay, what actually happens is they go deep. But to the... See, I knew it! 100% throttle. That is really dodgy driving, Monkey. Really dodgy driving. You can't full throttle back onto the track and pelt somebody. That was ridiculous. Right, here's the second incident then with Monkey and me. Gonna come through here then. I'm clearly alongside them. I'm actually ahead at one point there. Through the left we go. And they just push me out wide. Again, you can't do that. You can't drive like that. That is really bad etiquette. It's going from bad to dirty driving, in my opinion. As we look to this final incident then involving Monkey. So coming into here, I want you to focus on the brakes. Releases the brakes to purposely hit Shelty there. Like, what are you doing? You can't do that. You were clearly... there was no space there. Like, I don't know. Just seems daft to me. Absolutely daft. I went for the move down the inside there. Just bad driving, Monkey. And it's getting towards the dirty end of bad driving. You know, and we saw Shelty in race B, you know. Actually, outbroke himself there, but recovered it. And, you know, TCR doesn't prevent bad driving. We all make mistakes. But dirty driving, like we saw a bit there, in my opinion, not on. That's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. That's it for me, folks. Enjoy 2 videos there. And I hope to see you in another video or live stream very soon. And happy birthday, Nan! She's 80!